See? You write it up, you put it here, you share it with your students via their email. They now have access to it.
How would you put it there?
Huh?
How would you put it there? Would you type it somewhere else? Like
you could cut and paste. You can upload. You can cut and paste. You can just type it here. I mean, you look at the interface. Bold, italic, underline, fonts, times, right? You've got all these things here. You've got formats in here. Insert, picture, table. Add headers and footers.
Could you go to Google Docs and compose there?
That's what I'm saying. See, this is the interface that's here, right?
This was completely composed by...
This I made. Literally, this I made in OpenOffice, a word processor, and then uploaded it here. But I could literally type it here. Again, there's my toolbar, right? I can do an insert. Is it going to work? I can do an insert, I can do formatting, right? I mean, I can do basically everything that I would normally do in Microsoft Word without having to pay Bill Gates for the lesson.
What if you were a teacher and students sent you a document and you posted it on Google Docs? How would the corrections or the comments look? Does it have...
All right, let's share this, okay? So first thing you need to do is share this. Who are you sharing it with? You need to put in the person's names. Okay, and what can they do? Can they edit or can they view? If you just want them to view, obviously they're just looking at it. They can download it. If you want them to edit, you leave it at edit, and you start putting in their names.
This is very similar to what you can do on AOL when articles open up and watch.
Sure.
You want to email it off to someone, same thing.
When you're done sharing with them, they can now have access to this document, and anything they do, you can see. If they do it in the same font and they try to hide it from you, they can. Okay? You, of course, also have, where did this go? Revision history. You can go back hundreds of revisions to see how something has progressed. Writing teachers. You have them write their paper here. You have them revise. Okay? You have access to this document. You come back and what did they revise? How did they revise? To me, this is something I would love to research. What would they revise? How would they revise using this system? I don't know if anybody's done this. Yeah?
Can you kind of apply rubrics and then give them a feedback?
With this?
Yeah.
There are no rubrics unless you add them.
Yeah, we add them and then use them and then give them give the evaluation back.
When you share the document, you give them complete access to the document. Okay? So I'm working with Marianne on a document and Marianne is very angry with me. She can delete the whole thing because she has access. You want to add a rubric? You have complete access. You can add the rubric. Okay? There is no special function called rubrics. Okay? You simply have complete access to the document. Okay? Bear in mind, though, if you're the owner, you have control over revision history. Okay? And I know this because a guy I was working with, 40-page paper, we were working on this. He made a whole bunch of changes in one section and decided to cut and paste the entire document from his word processor to here. So he blew everything else away that I had modified. Right? Fortunately, I was the owner, and I found I did a comparison. Where did he make his changes? I copied that to a separate file. I backed up to an earlier version, right? And then I could paste it in. That's because I had control over the document.
So being the owner is the originator.
The originator. Well, but you can pass that on.
You can.
Yeah. You can pass off ownership to somebody else. Okay?
Yeah, that seems pretty risky.
What, passing off ownership?
Or just sharing, letting people have open access.
Well, as a teacher to a student, yeah. But as a teacher giving your student one of your documents, sure. But as a teacher being able to access your students' documents, that's good.
Yeah.
Right? No?
Yes.
No.
So, I just was thinking that.
Oh yeah, I'm very, you don't let things be seen, or you don't let people have access that you don't trust.
I was just thinking, okay, like we have to do this with Untitled Chapter. They have the paper.
This will work.
A lot of stuff that they paper for revision. So I was trying to how to, use the system.
Your students have to have an account. Your students post their document here and share it with a generic writing tutor. Now that writing tutor can now go in. This is what I do if I'm grading students' papers. I'll go in and write in red, so they know what I'm writing. They can of course then delete that later. But I go in and I write in red, and then I send that to them, and then they come in and see what changes have been made.
So each time you comment in paragraph 1, and paragraph 4, and paragraph 5, you would have to then go to fonts.
Well, no, you turn it on once. You just turn it on once.
And it will be read all the time.
Yeah, or you can do you can do a highlight type of thing.
Because when I do that, I have to keep changing it.
Every time?
Yeah.
What a pain.
But I haven't done it on Google Docs.
Yeah, well, this isn't the only one. There's like a dozen of these systems as well. I'm only showing you Google right now.
Microsoft uses the tools that we do the shared.
Sure. The downside of Microsoft, though, is you have to have a copy of it, and you may need a proper version of it. Okay? I'm on Linux. Microsoft doesn't make any system for me. So if this is my computer, I'm up the creek. For people who don't own a copy of it, they're up the creek, or we encourage them to steal.
Do you have comments you can enter?
There may be, I don't know that I've ever used an insert comments. I don't know. Yeah, insert comments. I've never used it.
That's what I meant.
So that would be something that would be on the side or separate. I've never used it.
So if you go to Google Docs, you have to log in first to your Gmail account? So
You have to simply log in.
where? At Google Docs? Or
It doesn't matter. Right? You go to google.com, you can log in there as well. You go to Gmail, you can log in there as well. Once you log in, all of these tools are available to you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't talked about reservations that I would have regarding using them in that security, but I'm not going to go into that now. It is a great tool, and if you find advantage using it, I would highly recommend you do. I now have, again, I don't hand out papers anymore. I don't collect papers anymore. It's all done digitally. This is one way that I could do it.
And what I'm interested in knowing the seconds on the security breach or the potential for security.
Over the past 3 years, at least twice, I've read articles where Google has had a hiccup in their software. And for example, one time, somebody who I share this document with you, but because of the hiccup, because I shared it with you, I also shared it with everybody in my address book. Oops. A security, that's how security works. If it's not with me, it's a possible security problem. Okay? All right. So that's a document. We also have, here's a PowerPoint presentation. Start the presentation.
This is still on Google Docs?
This is Google Docs. I'm in Google. See it up there, Google. Right? Does this look familiar to you? Okay? But this is not PowerPoint. This is Google Docs. And so I have essentially the same type of thing here, only it's online. Oh, I forgot my stick. It doesn't matter. If I have web access, I can get to it. Okay? It's a presentation. Spreadsheets do the same thing. There are spreadsheets. This I just recently received. Again, it's just a spreadsheet, but it's online. I don't need to have. I don't need to buy Microsoft, and I don't need to have. Is this right? Yeah. Calendar.
Now, what about opening things? If you have this and people send you Microsoft copies,
You can someone sends you a Microsoft document, you can open it here. They send you an open office document, you can open it here. If they send you a PDF file, you can open it here. An RTF file, you can open it here. Okay?
Is there any way that you can synchronize your file with Google Docs?
No, not yet. Yes, it would be. Right? Of course, Google would say the easiest way to synchronize is don't use anything else. And that way, no matter where you go, you have access to this, and it doesn't matter what the computer is. Right? But that's what they would say.
She means